Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 2023 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a snowman emoji in the comment box. A person will be chosen at random at the end of the month. No, it's going to be on January 1st. So the video will go up announcing the winner on January 1st. I will not be contacting you through the comment box, so do be aware of that. You have to check the video, and then there will be instructions in that video on how we will proceed forward. So don't be scammed by anybody, and good luck to everyone. If you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they are also listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Aries, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Magician, which is fantastic. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. I laughed because I was like, oh, that pile. And then it's like, no, not that pile. It's like angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Two of Wands. Oh, the Two of Swords, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. Interesting. Angels and spirit guides. And we have the Ace of Good Cheer, which is the Ace of Cups reversed. So this is an interesting reading because you're really coming into your power in a very kind of profound, very intense way. But there's also a lot of doubt, a lot of questioning. How am I moving forward? Am I heading in the right direction? Do I know what I want? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you Aries, well, decide to do a pivot in something, like decide to move forward in a different way, or you see kind of a it's probably going to be a career change, but it's going to be a change when it comes to how you are presenting yourself, how you're moving yourself forward, and what you see yourself capable of being able to do. It's almost like there's doubt, and then there's, oh, okay, I get this. Okay, I see this. All right, so just be aware of this during this time. You could have had all this confidence to begin with. Something happened where it made you doubt yourself, it made you fear, and that's coming through. But I also see very distinctly there's this real sense now of like, no, I'm standing before the altar of my existence. Like I'm claiming my power and myself and what I need. And we're crowned with horizons opening up. We're crowned with seeing more than what we had seen before or what we even thought was possible before. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is centered reverse, and that makes perfect sense. We're moving forward and we're breaking out in a way where we might not feel centered. We might not feel as secure or as grounded as we want to. Right now, as an emperor, that's what you're represented as in the major arcana. It's almost like you're getting ready for battle, right? You're looking at things very differently. You're seeing yourself very differently. The Knight of Wands reverse, that's you. So we can be you're represented by the wands in the minor arcana. We can be a little hot-headed during this time. We can think any movement forward is going to be good movement, and sometimes that is just definitely not the case. Sometimes we need to step back, we need to think, we need to look at the different sides of things. So knowing that in December, we're not as centered as we want to be. So focusing on that and saying, okay, what's my center? When am I overwhelmed? When am I pushing it too far? What do I need? What do I want? That's going to be a game changer for us. Just that checking in. That is going to be a game changer. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the sacral chakra and its relationship reversed. So the question is, how are your relationships, Aries? How's your relationship with yourself? How are your relationships with others? Because focusing on the sacral chakra and our sensual creativity forward, what are we creating? What are we cultivating? And what are the relationships that matter the most in our world? And that's just a question here. So if we're doubting, if we are feeling overwhelmed, if we're looking at things in a very different way, Spirit is saying to ourselves, come back to your center, focus on your sacral chakra, okay? Focus on your relationships, but focus on the relationship you have with you, your creative abilities, your way of expressing yourself, and the beauty of moving forward. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So this is interesting. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed and we have the Three of Swords reversed. Be mindful because you're releasing a lot of nonsense, a lot of garbage that has been holding you back. And it's like, no, I don't need this anymore. But as we're releasing it, we can feel a little bit like, well, now what? Like that hurt, that pain, that disappointment that has been defining me for so long is being released. But how do I move forward in the power of me? Like how do I stand in my glory? Because for so long it has just been one pain after another after another. So now we're looking at, what do I really love? What do I really need? And how do I move forward in that beauty of connection? So knowing that a lot of the heartbreaks, a lot of the pains that have defined us for so long, we're beginning to release. And then just be mindful that you are going to try and take on way too much during this time. Like seriously, you're going to either want to overextend yourself financially, or you're just going to overextend yourself in like, oh, of course I can do it. Oh, of course I can do it. Oh, I can get that done. Oh, I can get that done. And it's a great idea when you have it. I mean, I'm so guilty of this. But then it's like, then you have to do it, right? Then you have to do it. And it's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get all that done? Like, am I just going to invent new hours in the day? So just be mindful about that. We're going to try and balance everything. We're going to forget to balance ourselves. Ooh, goodness. Okay, those are staying over there. They have fallen down. We'll just take that down as well. Okay. So let's go deeper into the tower. Let's see what's going on here. We have the world opening to us. We do. We have new horizons. We can see things more clearly. It's like, oh, well, of course. Like there are going to be some moments that you have during this time here, Aries, where it's like, oh, of course I can do that. Of course that can be moved that way, or of course I can connect with this. And what's very interesting is that we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King and the Knight of Wands reversed. This is the energy. This is money. This is career. And so what we're going to be seeing and where we're coming from is a sense of like, well, there wasn't enough. Either we could have been looking at our finances and it could be like it was tight, or we're looking at where we're negotiating contracts with people and they're like, oh no, I don't have that money and we can't do that. And what we're going to see here is that new roads open up, new things open up, and it's like, oh, I can't get that done. Okay, I can't do that. But remember, with the Two of Pentacles, don't overextend yourself financially. Better to be conservative financially during this time than to be like, oh, I got this in the bag, because right now with the Queen of Pentacles, you're going to move forward into prosperity and real success here. You really are. But there's a sense here right now of feeling like dulled. It's just like it's dulled. What was once sparkly and beautiful and pretty, it's now tarnished and it's now overwhelmed. So being aware of that and scaling back and saying, okay, what can I do? How can I move forward this way? Like, what do I need to move forward in? What's important to me? What's not important to me? That's going to be a game changer during this time, because we're going to see there is going to be moments where it's like, okay, step back, step back. I've already got this done. Like, I already have this handled. It doesn't have to be over the top. It can be more scaled down. It could be more meaningful. It could be more connected. So with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, this is also saying it's going to be very important for you personally during this time to dress for success, to take care of yourself, to kind of put your best foot forward. But even if you're just staying in the house, it's like it doesn't mean like, you have to spend hours on your makeup or, anything like that. But it's like, I'm putting my best foot forward for me. I'm showing up for me. I matter. I'm connecting. I'm opening up this door. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we also haven't been nurturing our prosperity and our abundance. We could be running, going, and that's very much this time of year, but also this time that I'm seeing in the cards. It's like, okay, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep running. I'm just going to keep doing it. And I'm going to neglect myself, which is neglecting the powerful connection with prosperity that you have, the bounty that you're growing, the way that you're moving forward. So be mindful about this. With the Knight of Wands, we are represented by the Wands in the minor arcana. So the Knight of Wands reverse means that we can be a little bit hot-headed during this time. We want to see movement. We want to see things moving forward. So we'll push. We'll push when maybe we should wait. So here, when we have the Queen of Pentacles reverse, it's like, okay, and the Knight of Wands reverse, it's like you can't make a tree grow. You can make a tree grow, but it'll take time. You can feed it with Miracle Grow, but it's still going to take time. You're in this kind of incubation, growing stage that you're not really keen on, and I totally get that. But it's like you need to go through this in order to get the harvest that you want, in order to get the bounty that you want. You have to go through this growing stage, and that's just going to be important. You are opening up the door, you're seeing things more clearly, you're opening up to new ideas and new connections and where it is that you want to be, and that's going to be a big deal for you. So here, you're going to want to rush it. You're going to want to push it forward. You're going to want to go after things. It doesn't mean you don't stay on top of things. It means you don't become obsessed, because it's going to be a very easy time to be obsessive, to, think nothing is growing, nothing is moving. It's not moving at the pace that I wanted to move. And Spirit's like, yeah, no, because I got this. And Spirit moves so differently than we ourselves move. So being aware of that is going to be really important. As the horizon opens up for us, as we start to see, again, new paths forward, new ideas, we had seen things very black and white. White page, black print, this is how it is, this is how it has to be. And now we're going to start to kind of see things very, very differently. It's like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? And how about this? And that's what's kind of wanting us to rush things, because we're going to also think, oh, well, I have all these new ideas. And it's like, yeah, you have all these new ideas. Lay them out for yourself. Look at them at different angles. Look at things at different ways, and then push it forward. And then go after it. But we're going to be very, very, very reactionary during this time. And Spirit's saying, slow it down and nurture. Slow it down and nurture. So new paths are coming up. New ways of seeing things are coming up. New ideas are coming up. And it's taking us off the beaten track. It's taking us off that path that we can see, that we know is well worn, and it's opening up a new way of doing things. It's opening up a new world, a new identity for ourselves. For some of us, most definitely, there is a sense here of like, but I've been planning this for so long. Like, I thought it had to be this way or that way, and I've been planning it this way or that way for so long, but now I'm seeing it open up, and I'm like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? And oh, look at this. And my path is changing because I'm seeing myself more. Slow it down. Connect with Spirit, because we have a limited vocabulary. We have a limited way that we see things, that we are connecting with things, and that's okay. That's what being human is. We have the vocabulary of how we were raised, where we were born, that type of stuff. But Spirit's vocabulary and insight is limitless. And it doesn't mean that we can do absolutely anything. We can't fly like Superman. But what it means is that sometimes we have certain dreams and certain ideas, and we get so stuck on it has to be just like this, that Spirit's like, oh my gosh, it was supposed to, give you the idea to open up this door, to see things this way, and then to move forward. but we never boarded off of that idea. So just be aware here that things might not go like the way you had planned. You might think, oh, it has to be very much this way, it has to be very much that way. And spirit is like, no, 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 no. Open it up. Open it up. It's more than you thought. Now, with the Ace of Cups reversed, this is interesting because we're going to have an emotional awakening, and we are moving very close to an emotional awakening. And when we feel it, we push it down. We're like, no, 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 no. Don't you dare. We're talking about money. We're talking about career. I want things to move forward in the line of success. Again, we have a tendency to push too hard. We have a tendency to expect too much, mostly of ourselves. We can also have kind of a tenuous relationship right now with an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, somebody who is very much, well, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. And we're going to have our own ideas of it has to be like this, it has to be like that. And we can really butt heads during this time. But what we have to remember, Aries, is that so much of the human power comes from the heart. All right. So here, it's like you need to connect with your heart. You need to connect with what you love. That's going to be a game changer for you. That's going to open up the doors in ways that you hadn't expected, you didn't understand could come. And it's like, oh, but when we accept the Ace of Cups, it brings tears. It brings intensity, especially if we have air sign energy in our chart. I mean, not air sign, water sign energy in our chart. There's just an intensity that comes forward. It washes over us. It's so intense. It's so powerful. And what we're going to be afraid of is, what does that release mean, right? What does connecting with my heart mean? If I don't keep everything in check, if I don't have everything be just so, what will become of this? Now, what's really interesting here is the Ace of Cups is reversed, but we absolutely take this gift because we have the Magician right here. And the Magician is the cups and the wands and the swords and the pentacles, and it's all of it. It's standing before the altar of our existence and saying, yeah, I'm showing up. Yeah, I'm taking what is mine. I see my power. I see my worth. I see my unconventional ways. I see who I am. It doesn't have to fit this box or this box. It gets to be beautifully and powerfully and brilliantly me. And so the Magician is telling us, claim it. Claim who you are. Kind of warts and all, claim who you are. See what you want. See where everything you've been learning, everything you've been dealing with, how has that shaped you? What has that made you aware of? How are you opening up the door for yourself? And the Magician is stepping into that power, stepping into that magic. We're going to start to see that we're a little bit magic, Aries. And that is a beautiful thing. That there's a power and a brilliance and a beauty to us that gets to stand out loud, that gets to be beautifully and powerfully connected with. And we start believing in the magic of us. We start believing in ourselves. Even though the roads that come up, we weren't prepared to be walking them. And we could be going through a difficult time. Career-wise, we can feel stunted. We can feel angry. Financially, we can have people putting the brakes on things and being like, oh my gosh, I need to get this done. Or we can not be as kind of successful as we want it to be. We're looking at things and we're like, I know this is supposed to be bigger, but it's just not there right now. And that's because we need to connect with our heart, connect with what we love, and look at any blockages that are there and say, I'm releasing it because I'm not keeping myself small anymore. I'm calling forward success in the most brilliant of ways. And then we reverse the Ace of Cups. You say, I take on what I love. I take in what I love. I feed my heart as I feed my body, right? And I feed it with good, nutritious, powerful food. And all of a sudden, I stand in my power. I see who I am. And this can be a frustrating time because we see who we are. We have our power right here. And it's like, yeah, but I have to go through kind of this intensity, this complexity before I take this on fully. And I love that he's dressed in green, right? That's the heart chakra. That's also the liver chakra, not chakra, but liver energy in Qigong. And that's where our anger is held. So we look at what we love and we look at what we're annoyed about, and we start to see ourselves more clearly, and we start to step into ourselves more openly and more honestly. Our subconscious spirit message is hope reversed. Hope reversed is not the best thing, because the last thing left in Pandora's box was hope. Hope is a powerful thing, and it's a beautiful thing. And so when hope is reversed, it's like, I feel hopeless. I feel overwhelmed. But it's saying that to ourselves. In certain situations, sitting there and saying, I'm not thankful for anything. This is all rotten. I'm terribly upset, you know, and letting ourselves be angry, letting ourselves be frustrated, letting ourselves feel hopeless, and then saying, okay, you have this long to feel hopeless. And now you have to know that you can do it again because we can't live here. You can. There are plenty of people who do, but it's not good. It's icky, right? It's icky energy. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious chakra message is angels and masters. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above our crown. This is us connecting with our angels, with our spirit guides. This is the energy and the power moving us forward. There's beauty here. There's brilliance here. And know that during this time, which can be a little bit intense, we are cocooned by our angels. We are cocooned by our spirit guides. We are well loved. We are well protected. And we are blessed. We are. We are blessed even if we don't realize it. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Wands reverse, which we are also going to be taking, right? Because we have the Magician here. But the Ace of Wands is our fire and our passion and our determination. It's reversed. There's something here. Now, and this is a gift just for us because we are represented by the Wands and the Minor Arcana. But there's something here that's a roadblock. There's something here where it's like we're frustrated, we're angry, we're annoyed, and we can really be kind of lashing out at things instead of saying, okay, how do I need to move forward? And what is powerful, beautiful, and intense for me? Like, what do I need right now for me? And the Ace of Wands reversed is going to be that sense of what is my fire and my passion moving me? What do I desire? And how do I turn that light inward so then I can take that light, that torch, and let it illuminate outward? Our subconscious tarot energy is the Queen of Wands. It's the Queen of Wands. Now, this energy of protection, which is the Knight of Wands, we're not doing that great with, but the Queen of Wands stepping into our magic, which makes perfect sense with the Magician that we have right there. Stepping into our magic, stepping into our fire, stepping into our determination, stepping into our focus, stepping into our role of self, even if it's not that grandiose role that we thought it was going to be. Like when you're 15 years old, like everything's going to be huge, right? We're going to all be movie stars. At least that's how most people, daydream when we're little. But then reality kicks in. It's like, oh, no, I wouldn't want to be a movie star. Like, no, I wouldn't want that. No, thank you, but thank you. There's an energy here of truly seeing ourselves, of saying, this is my magic. This is my power. This is my purpose. This is my fire. This is what I'm leaning into. And you could be saying, Dane, I don't know my magic and my fire. Look at the small little things that spark joy inside your life and start making time for that. Because if we make time for the little joys, then we'll start to see that our energy vibration changes, the way we look at things changes, and then the big joys start to come. The big fire, the big passion. Our life doesn't necessarily always have to be like, I have the best job in the world and everything is absolutely wonderful all the time. Our job might just be that. It's a job. It gets things done. It pays the bills. But I have this thing on the side that I love. I come home to a family I adore. I have, things that fill me. And so here, there's a sense of follow your heart and your passion and your soul because they will fill you and they will change you because of that. All right. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye. Oh, and happy holidays. Bye.